You surprise me, outsider. All here assembled say you are both brave and courteous, a hero worthy of praise. Yet, I still sense a hidden motive. You showed us respect. I do not know this name, Haleron, but there is an ancestral tomb nearby. It hides among the rocks to the west, beyond the fire river we call Drura. I would not go there, outsider. Tombs are like guars. Left untended, they grow wild and feral. No, but I have heard their cries. The spirits that dwell there sound anguished. They have a story to tell, I think. They long to be remembered. I'm sorry.
That was some first-rate diplomacy. You're practically a clan friend already. I saw you speaking to the wise woman. What did she say? No surprise there. Without communion, our ancestors grow agitated. We Dark Elves tend to be prickly in life. We're doubly so in death. I have to know if the tomb belongs to my family, but I'm in no great hurry to cut down the spirits. Would you? What a relief. Take this sash. It bears the Haleron family crest. If the spirits lurking in the tomb are of Haleron blood, they'll recognize it. It might not keep them from attacking, but it should convince anything that could prove it's my family's tomb. Seals, engravings, anything. You could also try talking to the spirits. The tablet I found referred to someone named Dranath.
Halt, outsider. You bear our crest, but your blood runs dry as ash. You are no Haleron. If you come as a friend, prove your intent, pay homage, or join us in death. We were nomads once. It was Saint Veloth's doing. He taught our hearts to wander. In those days, the first Ashkams called me brother. We gave our hearts to the ash, to the mountains. We linked arms with the other tribes and hunted the great Scar. With my spear, I struck the final blow. All of Veloth's children embraced and triumphed. Then, everything changed. After Scar fell, my people cried out for the quiet life. With crops and strong houses, we silenced our Velothi hearts and settled beside the Fire River. Scar provided with chitin and meat. We thrived. There was peace for a time, then bloodshed. The first Ashkans grew old and died. New Ashkans took their place, with souls dark as pitch. They painted their faces and slaughtered us, with our home and history lost. The last of the Hilerons left the wastes in silence. You've paid your respects and listened, even as my family tries to kill you. Your heart is pure. Come, find me in my tomb. I will speak with you there. I sometimes forget the courage and vigor of the flesh. Years harden us, make us cold and suspicious. On behalf of my family, I beg your forgiveness. Truly, the Hileron name survives? Then there is hope for our house after all. You must take my spear and deliver it to this Drellin. Yes, tell him that Aldrin was, is, and forever shall be our home. So long as my house lives in exile, the spirits that haunt the children of Ash may have forgotten our name, but they will not have forgotten that spear, the weapon that slew the great Emperor Crab.
You're back. Just in time, too. The Ashlander's mood has soured since you set out. I'm not sure how much longer I can linger here. Tell me, did you find anything in the tomb? Is this... By the three, this is Calderas, the Hilaron Spear of Myth. I've seen illustrations, but I never thought I'd hold it in my hands. Remarkable. Did my ancestors say why he wanted me to have... So my ancestors fought alongside the Ashlanders to bring down the great Emperor Crab. Unbelievable. But what happened to them? Why did they vanish? Yes, in the shadow of Scar, we found our home. There are few things more sacred than a dead hero's wish. I will see our home rebuilt, our tomb restored. I will honor my ancestors. Wise mothers, I apologize for my haste earlier. I was simply desperate to reunite with my ancestors.
That spear, I sense... Where did you come by it?
Our mutual friend found it in my family's tomb. It belonged to my ancestor, Dranoth Hlaren.
Dranoth? Wise one. Isn't that...
Yes, the unsung, wiped from our history when he led his kin away from the Velothi path.
You know him then? Dranoth battled Scar alongside your people, didn't he? He used this spear to fell the beast.
Yes, Dranoth's kin, your kin, were once clan friends. When Dranoth left the path, our Ashkans slaughtered him and his people. A sin that still haunts us. We rarely speak of it.
Perhaps we can make amends. I have no quarrel with the tribes, but my ancestors have claim here. Aldrin is our home.
Absolutely not. The houses claim our land, our livelihoods. They will not take Scar from us as well.
Farseer, I have no desire to displace anyone. I will welcome the Velothi people to my table. Your pilgrimages, your cairns, your celebrations, all will remain as it is. You have my word.
The sins of your great houses do not wash away the unsung's claim. The Velothi people honor the past, even when it is inconvenient. Settle here if you wish, son of Dranoth. I only pray that Scar is big enough for both of us.
Thank you, Wise One. You honor me and my ancestors. I vow to show your people equal respect.
Outlander, quickly! This way! I've been thinking about my brother's claim that he's the Nerevarine since we last spoke. No matter how I try, the word tastes false on my tongue. And now I fear he's about to convince the Wise One. My brother is respected and revered. He has allies in all of the tribes, not to mention his personal Red Exiles. We have to proceed with caution. Respect the Ashlander customs and traditions. We talked to my brother. Tried to convince him this isn't the way. Barring that, we make sure the Wise Woman doesn't get drawn into his madness. Whatever Chodala says or does, don't attack him. The Wise Woman. I was hoping she'd be here.
You're too late, dear sister. Despite your protestations, the Wise Woman has gone to the Cave of the Incarnate to confirm my claim.
Brother, do you really want to pursue this dangerous course?
There was a time when you gave me your unconditional support, Seren. I miss those days.
My brother Chodala's about to do something foolish and dangerous. But by dusk and dawn, Azura put you and I on the same path for a purpose. I just hope he's about to claim the title of the Nerevarine and try to unite the Ashlander tribes gathered here. He already convinced the Red Exiles to support him. He's using them to... Wise Woman Dovrasi, the most respected counselor and spirit guide this side of Red Mountain. She went to the Cavern of the Incarnate to meditate on Chodala's claim. If she confirms my brother's assertion, agreed. But I dare not leave Chodala alone with the tribes. I feel the hand of Azura in all this. Go to the Cavern of the Incarnate. The caverns to the northeast of Aldrin, on the other side of the mountain. Hopefully, the rumbling and lava won't slow you down too much. Get to the cavern and talk to the Wise Woman. if she accepts Chodala's claim about the Nerevarine. My brother isn't the first to believe he's Nerevar returned. All of the previous failed incarnates rest within the cavern. A statue of Azura watches over them as they await the... Azura proclaimed that someday, Indorel Nerevar, a hero from our ancient past, would return to unite the Dark Elves and right the wrongs of Nirn. We call the returned incarnate the Nerevarine. My brother Chodala believes that he's Nerevar reborn. My brother isn't the first to believe he's Nerevar returned. When Chodala became a Gulakan, a champion of our people, I supported him. When he stepped forward as Ashkan, leader of our tribe, I was at his side. But this new claim, it comes with strange powers and talk of war. I can't support those things.
She won't refuse my claim. Just in case, make sure the Red Exiles are ready.
Your word is law, Nerevarine.
Azura is my shield, you foul creatures. Thank you for aiding me, but I sense you came for a different purpose. Let's talk inside the cavern. An outlander? Surely there must be another way. No, my lady, of course not. I'll do as you ask. Come here, outlander. We must talk. It feels strange to talk to an outlander in such a sacred place, but the Queen of the Night Sky insists. I need to render judgment on an important claim, and she's words of truth from the mouth of an outlander. Remarkable. The Red Exiles and a few others believe that Chodala is the Nerevarine. He's convinced them, but not me. I came here to consider my options. I fear a bloodbath if I oppose his claim. Perhaps, but I must remain impartial. If someone else reveals the flaws in Chodala's claims by comparing him to the failed incarnates, that might do the trick. We thought the incarnates were possessed by the spirit of Nerevar, but each had a critical flaw that made them destined to fail to fulfill the prophecy. Their spirits reside here. Yes, you should speak to the incarnates. I see Azura's wisdom now. Take this pouch of blessed grave dust. Sprinkle a pinch upon the bones of the incarnates to call forth their spirits. Return to Aldrin after you have learned all you can. Perhaps we can... We need knowledge to defeat Chodala, Outlander. Listen well to what the failed incarnates have to say. Once I was the hope of my people, but then my claim was proven false. Now I wait, and I hope for the Nerevarion's return. To fulfill the prophecy, I followed a path of blood and war. In the end, my path became a road that led nowhere, and I was cast down from my lofty spot.
The Nerevarine remains a promise unfulfilled, and I am as guilty of prideful posturing as every other failed incarnate. The Nerevarine must listen as well as proclaim. I refuse to accept wise counsel, which led to the doom of my tribe and the end of my quest to embody the spirit of Nerevar. Take my scroll and remind the one.
We are the failed incarnates, the Ashlanders who proudly proclaimed themselves to be the Nerevarine, but were found. Take my scroll and help the wise woman see the lie of unbridled power. I thought myself the reborn Nerevar, for I was the strongest.
Mortal, let us speak. I foresaw your usefulness before you even set foot in Vardenfell. Now comes a test that will challenge your ability to separate truth from lies. You must convince the tribes that Chodola is not the Neravarian. Dovrasi's wisdom outshines most other mortals. She recognizes the futility of Chodola's claim. If she rebuffs him, however, the tribes will turn on each other, and blood will flow. Your instincts serve you well. Chodola's path took a dark turn. However, my sight clouds when I look too closely. Sothasil built Sunara, but he did not create it with this vile purpose in mind. Then go. Return to Aldrun and help the Wise Woman reveal the falsehood of Chodola's claim. And let Saren assist you. She is my champion and a trusted friend of all Ashlanders. Use what the Incarnate shared with you. Their failures point the way toward Chodola's downfall. But beware Chodola's power. He may not be the Neravarian, but some greater agency has lent strength to his conviction. Due to an ancient pact, I am not permitted to interfere in the affairs of Nirn. Even this casual discussion pushes the boundaries of that agreement. Instead, I must work through trusted agents, such as yourself and Saren. Helping that arrogant imposter? Whatever gave you the idea that I was helping that murderer? Vardenfell must stand. Everything I do in this regard serves that single goal. Best that you remember that, mortal.
the moon and star, you've returned. The wise woman returned from the cavern of the Incarnate and went right into Scar to meet with the tribes. Chodala's in there too, about to be named the Nerevarine. Ah, of course. Use the tales of the failed Incarnates to counter Chodala's arguments. An Outlander has no status in the Council. The Ashlanders won't listen to a word you say. Someone else has to present the arguments. Someone they trust. I suppose that means I have to challenge my brother. You spoke to the Incarnates, not me. I'm familiar with their stories, but I'll need you to help me choose the appropriate argument to counter each of Chodala's claims. I hate opposing. Incarnate Runso was strong and powerful. He thought that by strength alone, he could unite the Ashlanders. He failed. When Chodala proclaims his power, that's when we'll refer to this scroll's sad tale. Incarnate Ajiri was a champion of my people. She defended us against great threats. But when she grew to love war for war's sake, she proved she wasn't the Nerevarine. When Chodala proclaims that war is the answer, hand me this scroll. Incarnate Darnot thought his way was the best way. He rejected the counsel of the Wise Women and the Ashkans, something Nerevar would never do. When Chodala proclaims he knows better than anyone, we'll use this scroll. Meet me inside.
Must we continue this farce? It's obvious that I'm the Nerevarine.
Someone has stepped forward to challenge your claim, Chodala.
Seren, I'm disappointed in you, dear sister.
Enough. I shall hear your arguments and render my decision.
Even the Outlander can see that I'm the most powerful Ashkan. My strength alone proves that I am the Nerevarine.
Chodala puts forth his great strength as proof of his claim. Give me the scroll that discounts such a trait for the Nerevarine. Yes, that's a sound argument. Incarnate, appear!
As a warrior and as an Ashkan, I was the most powerful of my age. But for all my strength, I failed my people. Don't follow my example.
The faithless houses dare to threaten our land, but we shall meet them in battle, and I will lead us to victory.
This is more nerve-wracking than I anticipated. Which scroll do you recommend to counter this argument? That makes sense. I'll try that. Incarnate, appear!
I thought the path to the Nerevarine was a path of blood and battle, but my love of war was my undoing. War is not the way.
These failed incarnates prove nothing. I need no counsel but my own, as befits my status as the Nerevarine.
I think it's working. One more. Of course. Let's see what happens. Incarnate, appear!
I refuse to accept the counsel of the Wise Women and the Ashkans. I thought I knew best, but I knew nothing. That is not the way of the Nerevarine.
Seren and the Outlander, their arguments have merit. Chodala, we deny your claim. You are not the Nerevarine.
This proves nothing! Look how the staff protects me! I am the Nerevarine! Red exiles, slay the unbelievers!
No!
For Chodala! For the
the Nerevarine! Go to my hut and get my healer's sack. Now.
Right away, wise woman.
I hate what my brother's become.
Mortal, I would have words with you.
Chodola has been revealed as a failed Nerevarine, but that hasn't dissuaded him from his reckless course of action. As long as time is against you, mortal, even now, Vivek, that pompous usurper, grows increasingly weaker. As much as I deplore him, Vivek cannot fall to Chodola's vial. Return to Vivek City. Do what you can to aid Vivek, and pay heed to my faithful vessel, Sarah. I name her Champion of the Moon and Star. She will play a pivotal role in ending her brother's march toward godhood.
That was exhilarating. That was glorious. Lady Azura's presence filled me with such wonder. She actually spoke through me. I heard everything she said, and help you I shall. Return to Vivek City, while I track down my brother and his damnable staff. With the Ashlanders against him, he won't have many options. After I locate him,
Lord Vivek, protect us.
Pull yourself together. You're a brilliant armiger for Vivek's sake.
As a god weakens, so too does his city suffer. I know my people grow fearful. Even the Archcanon is distressed. But the energy that remains to me holds the moonlit in the sky. At least for now.
So what news does my eyes and ears bring to me? How this upstart Ashlander learned to attune Sotha Seal's tool confounds my understanding. And he dares use my power? Still, your help is appreciated. Every strike and parry takes us one step closer to ending this threat and restoring my vitality.
Due to Lord Vivek's condition, it falls upon us to find a solution. Lord Vivek must conserve his remaining energy, so we need to solve this problem on our own. It all comes back to Chodala. That damned Ashlander's draining the warrior poet's power. We need to stop him and get that damned staff. How should I know? That's not a skill the Tribunal teaches. Return to Barrelzar's tower and get Sotha Seal's former apprentice to come up with some kind of countermeasure. I'm sure he knows more than he's... You see right through me, Outlander. I have more worries than a Kwama queen has eggs. I'm talking about Chodala's sister. Seren claims to want to help, to want peace, but I don't trust her. Seek out Barrelzar, but be wary of the Ashlander's sister. We need to stop Chodala, and to do that, we need to find a way to overcome the device he's wielding. Find Barrelzar and make sure that crazy mage provides you with something we can use to save Lord Vivek. Is the bull sure it can bed the Betty? No. But by all accounts, we'll be better off with Sunara in our hands and away from Chodala. That won't be possible, however, as long as the Ashlander remains impervious to every attack. The female Ashlander? Well, if that wasn't enough of a reason, remember that she's also Chodala's sister. Blood sings to blood, as the warrior poet so elegantly put it. Be wary of that. Vivek loves this land, and the land loves him in return. He's always had a special bond with Vardenfell. Is it so hard to believe that Red Mountain reflects his suffering? Beyond that, there's also Barda. Lord Vivek's intervention stopped the moonlit from crashing into the city. He holds it above us by strength of will. But as he weakens, so too does the power that keeps the rock afloat. If Vivek's energy wanes further, it would spell disaster.
look like you can defend yourself. Welcome to Camp Tamrath. And by the light, we'll be ready for the mad lizard. We were tracking him when we ran into these poor displaced people. We threw together this camp to shelter the refugees from Crestshade and the surrounding countryside. Since my sister decided to visit, I must secure the camp. To this end, I need someone to find Jonah Morose. Jonah claimed he could sense Rizal Jul, made the other refugees nervous. He and his mother fled the camp and disappeared. A good soldier relies on solid information, as well as a brave heart and a worthy weapon. Is there anything else you want to ask me before you head out? I've met a few Argonians in my time. An interesting bunch, connected to nature, calm, strange sense of humor. Rizal Jul is nothing like that. He's evil to the core. Where Montclair found him is beyond me, but he's served the bear, spreading chaos. He's using some sort of blood curse to turn innocent people into mindless blood fiends. Makes them feral. All you can do is kill them and put them out of their misery. His mother was trying to keep him quiet, but Jonah was agitated, made everyone nervous. RK knows these people could use a bit of peace. It's not safe out there. They'll be safer here, I think. They may be hiding in one of the nearby towers. Honestly, I have no idea. Perhaps Jonah is just seeking attention. Perhaps he isn't quite sane. Whatever the case, we need to find them and bring them back here so that I can then turn all my efforts to locating Rizal Jul.
I don't think I'll be safe anywhere after this.
What is it?
Go away. Leave us alone. I don't want to become a blood fiend. Stop talking to me. Bad voice, go away. Mother, please help me. Quiet. The bad one will taste your words on the air. He's coming close. I saw Riz Al Jul in a dream. It was the night Crest Shade was attacked. I could feel his presence. Now I always sense him. He watches, he waits, he's coming for us. Mother? Mother's fine. I'm fine too. No. That would be bad. I scared the others. They didn't like me. Besides, I don't want to draw Riz Al Jul to the camp. Tell the Cap, Mother. Mother's fine.
Blood. Need blood.
We didn't even have a moment's warning. By RK, the vampire. When the vampires attacked, Genevieve and Darian charged right into the thick of the battle. I lost sight of them since I stayed to defend the camp, but I could hear Genevieve calling out orders. Perhaps here. Take these healing poultices. You might as well help me tend to the soldiers while you're talking to them. I'd appreciate it, and so will they. After that,
Did Countess Tamrith give you a poultice for me? Thank you. This will help my wounded arm. The vamp... No, I'm sorry. Everything was happening so fast. There was a lot of...
Give me a few moments to catch my breath, and I'll be back on my feet in no time. Thank you. For a noble, the Countess sure knows how to make a proper poultice. I took a few hits, but I'm luckier than most, I suppose. I just hope none of my friends come back. She ordered us to defend the camp and protect the refugees. And then she was off. Like a whirlwind, our captain is.
These poor bastards. They're just trying to find someplace safe. Ah, a healer's poultice. Good. I prefer a bandage over a potion. I always found healing potions to taste rather like bog iron ale after it was strained through sweaty horsehair. She tore after what looked like a dark cloud to the west over by the river. Pretty sure it was that necromancer we were hunting. The captain loathes necromancy and the dark arts. Probably why she was so intent on going out.
Some prefer knowledge to strength. Igmane gives me both. I am patient, but not that patient.
It's merely a flesh wound. Think nothing of it. She caught sight of Rizzlejewel and rushed after him. I, of course, followed. His vampires surrounded us, and while I was fighting them off, the good captain was dragged away. I can barely stand. I'd just slow you down. I can't believe a blasted vampire actually got a decent cut in on me. But I was pretty busy trying to protect Genevieve, the House Tamrith's sister. The Shornhelm soldiers were diligent enough, but I think that thrice-damned Argonian used magic to mask their approach. They moved in so quickly and quietly that a good third of the camp was down before Genevieve and I could react. Oh yes, indeed. If I could get my hands on that damn lizard, I swear I'd make a pair of boots from his hide. And then I'd put them on and stomp through troll poop. The people in the camp were just villagers. Now most are dead.
Mother is hungry, but it makes me a little sick to watch her eat. Are you looking for the captain? They dragged her into the cave. Rizal Jewel likes to take parts from different bodies, make entirely new creatures. That's probably what he'll do to the captain. Or turn her into a blood fiend. The cave is full of them. I tried to help the captain, but they just pushed me away. Rizal Jewel just laughed. He laughed at Mother, too. I hate it.
Feast, my children. Feast on bones and
If you hurt my
blood.
sister, I'll kill you myself!
Arise, my children. Attack!
Thank the light! Genevieve, my sister! You're alive! Wait, what happened to... No! No! Not you, Genevieve! Not you!
What? Where am I? Sister? What has he done to me? What have I done?
Genevieve! Oh, Genevieve! We'll figure this out. Just stay calm. Please, I need your assistance. Genevieve, my sister. Rizal afflicted her with his blood curse. She's becoming a vampire. Vampires are evil. I wish there was another way. But I must be strong. Vampires are unholy, evil. I can't let my sister become one of these monsters.
I can see it in your eyes. I'm turning, becoming one of those things. No, I heard what my sister said. She thinks I'm evil, unholy. But it's still me. I'm still the shield of House Tamrith. I'm still her little sister. We've seen it before. Not every vampire is a monster. I can control this. Thank you, my friend. You are wise and merciful. I will prove to my sister that I am still the woman she knows and loves. I will never succumb.
This decision will come back to haunt us. Mark my words. Let's just get out of this vile cave and let the light guide our path.
Destroy the body, and the animus is cast into darkness. But the animus returns. My subjects failed me. They deserve to be destroyed.
Still not back. I don't guess you've seen my friend Garth around, have you? Middling height, anxious-looking fellow with a bit of a beer gut? Well, let's say it's possible that, someone might have dared him to go steal silk from the spiders. Someone was probably... no, definitely drunk. Look, I didn't think he was really gonna do it. I must have passed out because when I woke up, he was gone. The Spider Cave is near Camp Tamrith. But I wouldn't want to face the Spider Queen one-on-one, even if I wasn't a coward with a splitting headache. I think that someone must have mixed something into the beer. The spiders look so much...
Don't eat me! Wait, you're not a spider. I am saved. Oh, thank you. Oh, divines! It was terrible. The Spider Queen was huge. She had 16 legs. Or was I seeing double? Thank you. I think so. All in one piece, anyway. If it weren't for you, I'd be spider meat. I am never drinking another drop. Just water for me from now on. Well, beer is mostly water. Just water. And beer. I probably shouldn't have been trying to steal spider silk directly from the Queen. Of course, I might have gotten away with it.
pray that your decision to save my sister wasn't a mistake. I shall look to RK for tolerance, but I'm not sure I'll ever accept that this vampire is really Genevieve. Yes, our work here is done. Now, we must turn our attention to the traitorous Baron Montclair. But before we go, know that I am grateful you saved my sister. I just hope that your mercy doesn't turn out to be a terrible mistake.